Good morning, Idle Talk mini family. We're gonna have to talk about a couple situations from yesterday, and I want you to listen to this wild ass TikTok and let me know your thoughts and opinions about that later on. But man, oh man, again, July 4th, holidays really mess up my work hours because I normally work a third of my work week. I yawn. On Saturday or Sunday, or like a fourth of my work week, those hours come from Saturday and Sunday. So losing those days is like I have to make up those hours somewhere else. And so the last 2 days, Wednesday and Thursday, have been like fucking long days, like back to back, right? And so I'm getting home and Malik is gone. Miss him already. He's like in the sky right now. It's like, just kidding. He went to like Florida, which is like worse, I think. But so yeah, he's gone, and usually our routine is I'll tell him when I'm thinking I'll be home. He'll be ready to move the car. He parks the CRV outside. Usually he gets out of work like 3 or 4 o'clock, parks it, and then I get home around 6, maybe 7. Sometimes as early as 5 o'clock. And so we do a switcheroo, and then either I go to the gym, or we go to the gym, or we just fuck around and go somewhere with the CRV while I park the company car. So we've been doing that. It's a routine we have now lately. And now that he's gone, his cousin's here, and then I had to do it with her yesterday. And that wasn't the thing. She was like, "Hey, can we go to Target?" And I was like, "Sure." Target doesn't sound too bad. I was fucking tired. It was like 6 p.m., right? I'm like, "Yeah, we can go to Target." And then on the way to Target, she's like, "Actually, can we go to Home Depot?" And I said, I specifically said multiple times, like, "Hey, can we wait for Home Depot for Friday in the afternoon? Because I don't have that much of a busy day Friday." And, if going Thursday, we went to Home Depot, right? And it was the worst. It was shit. I wanted to literally die and cry at the same time. It was so bad. So we're on our way to Home Depot. And we get there, we get all the shit we need. All of a sudden, she sees this fridge. It's a red retro style fridge. And I was like, I saw it before she did. I was like, "Oh, this is a cool fridge." I did not think she would like that fridge, you know? It didn't seem like such a bougie, classy thing to have, so I didn't think that would fit her style. And then she's like, "Oh, we need to buy this fridge." And my friends, it had to, it was at some point, it was like fucking 8 o'clock and we were there waiting for the fridge still. Like, we got paint mixed. You know how they fucking mix it in the store for you. So we were there, and all of a sudden it's 9 p.m., man. It's 9 p.m. and we're getting into the house, and I was like, it's 9:15 actually. I remember I was like, no fucking way. I'm like stepping foot inside of the house at 9:15 p.m. And I'm telling Malik, I'm like, no way we're at Home Depot right now. No way there's a fucking fridge in the back of my car. There's a fucking rake. There's a fucking ladder, like adjustable ladder. I'm like, how did I get here? I wanted to do this tomorrow. I didn't want to do this today. Like, come on. And it was just such an awful time because not even I don't know why it was awful. It was just that, not the hanging out with her was awful. It was just fucking the Home Depot. They struggle over there. They're ranked 5th out of 9 in their little network or whatever, which still doesn't sound good. Like, hey, I'm top 5. Like, no, well, barely. I would assume. I feel like out of 9, if you're top 4, you're pretty good. But they actually do struggle, and I don't blame them because who the fuck is buying a fridge at 8:30 p.m.? I would assume all their capable workers who are able to move the fridge quite easily and efficiently work during normal work hours, and then everybody else who kind of works after that, kind of a skeleton crew. So I did feel bad they had to really, really look for people to move the fridge, and there was this sweet old lady. She's like, "Yeah, I'm the only one here, so I need to find someone else who's able to help me." I was like, "Oh, yeah, that sucks. I'm sorry." And I was like, you know what? Let's give it until the paint finishes. And if the fridge doesn't come before the paint is done, then we'll leave. The paint came. We didn't leave. And then we went to check out, dude. And she tried to use her Home Depot card because apparently you could use it without the card being there. You just, have them look up your account or whatever, and the shit was not working on the self-checkout. And then we moved to an actual checkout lane, and I told her, I was like, you should just stay on the checkout lane. I told you to hit a checkout lane. She's like, no, I mean, self-checkout was right there. I'm like, oh, I hate you so much, because look, if you would have just did it on the checkout lane, we would have been out of here. And so apparently, since she did it on the self-checkout, some people thought it was like fraudulent, and then they like sent them a fraud like text, and I was like, oh man. And so after like numerous times, I'm telling you, we finally check out and fucking are on the way home. We fill up my car with the fucking fridge, and we get home, and there's a fridge sitting in the garage right now. There's a fucking 5-gallon jug of paint, a rake for whatever reason. And yeah, now we're here. Now it's the next morning. I wanted to record this last night, but I felt like I was going to go way too crazy and go off for no reason. But yeah, I don't know. It was just, it was doing too much. I'll give you that much. It was doing too much for sure. But now let's get into this wild ass TikTok. I'm going to let you listen to it, and then I'm going to come back in and give you my thoughts. So here it is.
I am leaving my wife tomorrow, and I couldn't be happier. I, 45 male, and my wife, 44 female, have been married for 10 years. We dated for 6 years before that, and I got a lot of pressure to get married from my parents, her parents, her. Something in my gut said that this wasn't right. I called it cold feet and did my best to ignore it. We got married. Pretty much the moment the ink was dry on our marriage license, things went south. On our honeymoon, she did nothing but complain I hadn't booked a nicer hotel. In the following months she wanted a new apartment, a new car, gifts, jewelry, handbags. It was never enough. It's like the moment she got the ring, it stopped being about me and became about what I could give her. I am a doctor. I make good money, not good enough to support the kind of lifestyle she wants though. We don't have intercourse anymore. We don't laugh. We don't talk about anything but money. We have no kids. She said she wanted them before marriage, then changed her mind. Our home looks like a showroom. There is no warmth or joy or even comfort here. I hate it. I hate her. I am a 45-year-old physician, and I have barely enough savings to sustain us for 3 months. I want to retire someday. I want to enjoy my life. I rented a cool apartment across town, in a less desirable neighborhood, and there's a stack of IKEA furniture waiting for me to set it up there. The lease is up on the Mercedes my wife pushed me to lease next month, and I will be replacing it with a used Prius. I'm starting therapy next week. I have a divorce attorney who has assured me that the prenup we signed before marriage means I won't have to pay alimony. I hope to leave the higher paying job that my wife insisted I'd take for something with less hours, sometime in the next year. I'm going to ask out the pretty barista who flirts with me every morning. I'm telling her first thing tomorrow. I'm expecting her to cry and beg and demand we try therapy. I don't want any of that. This was never right, and I'm only sorry it took me so long to realize it. I'm sorry I've wasted so much of my life being married to a woman because I thought it was the right thing. I am so excited.
Okay, we're back, and let me tell you, this guy, this doctor, I feel bad. I feel bad for him because he's wasted so much money and so much time, and the time is more valuable, I think, than that money. But I can't, like, he probably felt like peer pressured, or like he said he felt like he was being forced to marry her. He didn't feel right. He just passed the feeling off as cold feet, and she definitely married him for the money. Definitely tried to push his ambitions to make more money for her, and I'm kind of glad he kind of like got his life. He took back control of his life. And so, you know, I think he's in a good spot now, like on his own stuff and IKEA furniture, and, you know, shout out to him flirting with the fucking barista every morning. Like, that guy's awesome. But, yeah, I think that makes me think of the people who kind of are in relationships like that now, right? Who aren't necessarily doctors, or just average people. And it's like, there's really, like, people out there. I'm not going to just put that shift on girls, because sometimes guys could do it too, who really just want you for your money and want you to get more money so they can have that money for themselves. So I don't think he ever said that she had a job or anything, but maybe she had a little part-time job. You know, she could have had some spending money too. But yeah, I mean, that's a wild ass fucking story. And I've got more of these, so I've been downloading these TikToks. So we're gonna talk about them for Idle Talk Minis for like a few episodes, because I enjoy them. It's kind of like how when I read the Reddit stories, but somebody's reading them to me and I'm reacting to them. So I like that. I like that very much. But I'll see you really, really late today for regular Idle Talk, possibly tomorrow, but definitely trying to hit that today because I still have to record it. But I got home and I laid down and I fell asleep. and I woke up super early to get some work done, and I'm doing this, so I'll count this as work. But I'll see you guys a little bit, teeny, tiny bit later. Peace.